Good morning, gang. Happy Tuesday morning. Okay, well, it happened again yesterday. Big surprise. For the 11th time, the Senate went to a vote on the Schumer Shutdown. And for the 11th time, Chuck and his cast of clowns pushed it down. Said, no, we're not going to do this. It's really interesting what they're claiming. Oh, we have to extend the subsidies for Obamacare. No, we don't. We have to get rid of Obamacare because Obamacare is what caused insurance premiums to go up tenfold in the last 15 years. Yeah, about there. Maybe we should get back to market insurance rates, which were so much cheaper, but they don't figure that. You know, you go back and you remember what Obamacare was set up for in the first place. It was, there's 30 million people in the United States that are uninsured, and we need to get them insured out of 350 million, so less than 10%, right? And those 10% of the people went to the emergency room, didn't pay a bill, and the taxpayers got stuck footing the bill, right? Or the hospitals ate it, or somehow, some way. But instead, the idea was to punish 320 million people so 30 million people could get insurance. Makes no sense. Again, we're pandering to the lowest, we're pandering to 10% and ignoring the 90%, right? That was what it was. So you look at the shutdown, which is the exact same thing. Let's pander to the 10% and screw the 90%. I talked to you yesterday about food stamps, okay? 12% of the American public is on food stamps, which means 88% is not. And as I told you yesterday, that food stamps look like they will not have money come November 1st. There's a $6 billion slush fund that they could pull the money from. Of course, it costs about $8 billion a month to run the food stamp program. To give you an idea, SNAP is the world's biggest welfare program. Okay? Just so you understand that. But 12% of the American public is on food stamps. And Chuck's going to hold them hostage for the 88%. Because they're voting against a bill that would fund the government that would get food stamps back to the people that need them. We could talk about not paying the government employees. There are 2.6 million government employees, including the postal workers. There are 350 million people. That's less than 1% of the public works for the government. So we are now pandering to the 0.75% of the public against the wishes of the 99.25% of the public. I mean, I want you to start thinking about this in realistic terms. It's no different than everything else. We've got to have trans rights because the 0.01% of the population that's trans, we've got to cater to them and screw the 99.9% of the rest of the people. Okay? You could use any group like this and figure out the percentages. Why is it so important for a party that still does not understand we're a constitutional republic, okay? A party that screams we're a democracy, as wrong as they are, doesn't understand the concept of, in what they believe, a democracy, majority rules. Whether it's 99.9, whether it's 90, or whether it's 88. That's the majority. Those are the people that you need to take care of. Personally, the shutdown has not affected me one iota. I don't work for the government. I am not on food stamps or welfare or Section 8. And granted, again, I get that, as I said yesterday, there are some people that I agree that they are on those programs. Most of them, again, I'm going to go with the guess, 90% of the people that are collecting it fraudulently. Okay. And most of you are not affected by this at all. Sure, somebody may have a government job. I'm sorry. I get it. You're not collecting a paycheck. But this isn't the first time this has ever come out. Like anything else, people know what the risks are when they take a job. Okay? The only people that I have any sympathy for with this whole shutdown is the military not getting paid. Because you can't really quit the Army or the Marine Corps or the Navy or Air Force or something. You signed up, you're there. But you did it voluntarily. This is what the fight is all about, in my opinion, that you really don't see. All these things that are voluntary, you choose to get a government job. You choose to collect food stamps. Okay, don't say, oh, gee, it's my lot in life. No, you're the master of your own destiny. You can go get a job. Okay. Again, most people. That's what they're trying to take away. This whole attempt on the Schumer shutdown is another attempt at control. The Democrats want people on welfare. They want people on Section 8. They want people collecting food stamps because they can control them. And you see exactly here that that's what they're doing. They're able to control these people. You either do what we want or we're cutting off your food stamps. You either do what we want or we're going to make you homeless. Or we're going to make you unemployed. This is exactly what they are showing. They are showing their cards to people right now. This is how they plan on taking control. They want more and more people dependent on the government. You think big government was a tagline? No, they want big brother. They want big government. They want government to control everything. Look at Mamdani in New York. He wants government control of everything. Do not try to tell me that that is not the Democrat playbook. That's exactly what it is. They want communism. And this shutdown is their attempt at making it communist. What is Obamacare in the first place? Socialized medicine. The government's in control. They want everybody on Obamacare. Medicare for all. Remember all this? Okay. They want to take away your ability to choose what you do for a living, to choose where you live, to choose what you eat, etc., etc., etc. They want to take away every right you have, the right to free speech, the right to own a weapon, pick something. They're all for the take away your right to choose your religion. I mean, hell, they're letting Islam run rampant in cities and just completely take over. Sorry, if you're a Christian, you're not allowed to be here. You're a Jew, you're not allowed to be here. I mean, look what's going on in Great Britain right now. Newsflash, that's coming here, okay, if we don't put an end to it. I'm not affected by the shutdown. I really don't care, okay? Like I said, my condolences if you have a government job or if you're on food stamps or Section 8, stuff like that. I get it, okay? But again, this is why we prep. We've talked about this forever. If you're on food stamps and have been watching this channel or any channel like this for any given amount of time, you shouldn't really be worried about, oh, gee, there's no food stamp money coming November 1st. Because you should have a pantry full of food to eat when shit hits the fan. Which is exactly, in your case, hypothetical person here, what's happening. You should be prepared for it. If you're not, then why are you watching channels like this? Because this is what we talk about all the time. SHTF events aren't solely EMPs or asteroids or nuclear Armageddon. They're job losses, they're family members dying, they're the power going out, something like that. You should be prepared for them. The Democrats are hell-bent on trying to create an SHTF event. Communism is an SHTF event, guys. I hate to tell you this. Y'all know it's never worked in history, okay? It's an SHTF event. It's your job to be prepared for it because they're trying to shove it down our throats. And if they ever get to the point, and with some of these politicians they are, where 50% of the country wants it, it's too late. Because remember, you can vote your way into that crap, but you got to shoot your way out. They're trying hard, and this shutdown is exactly what they're doing, catering to the fringe minority and letting the majority suffer. As long as we maintain the majority, we can hold them off. They just have this sickening idea that a whole bunch of people like you and me are going to go, you know what? No, we need to go that way. No, we don't. We won't. Ever. Pinball out.